Okay, for this demonstration we're going to do a still life drawing of this flower arrangement. First you need to decide on what canvas you want to use. Today I've decided to use this 16 by 20 canvas.
After you pick your canvas size, you pick the grid size that works in proportion with that canvas size.
Anyway, this is a 16 by 20 canvas, and I would use a 4 by 5 grid. And with 16 by 20, if you divide it to its lowest common denominator, is 4 by 5. That's why I picked the 4 by 5 size.
Now what you want to do is look around and find whatever composition you like.
So you pick your frame and you close one eye. And then you get your dry erase marker, which you can easily erase lines if you make a mistake. You pick a reference point that you're going to use.
And with that, you're going to draw directly over the scene as you see it exactly. Basically, what you're doing is you're outlining the major shapes and objects.
One of the benefits about this grid is that it's small, yet large enough to get your sketch, but it's also lightweight so that you can take it on location with you. You can hold it long enough to do your sketches without it hurting your arm. Okay.
After you get your initial drawing done, the next step is to draw the 9 dots on your canvas. The exact middle of our page is about right here. And we need to find our other 8 dots around that. You want to find the halfway point between here and the end of your page, which is about right here.
Okay, center from there to there.
This whole process gets much easier the more practice you have. And you don't need to use a ruler. You can eyeball the halfway marks between all these parts pretty well. Simple geometry.
It's a good idea to put a light surface behind your drawing, so that way it's easier to see. I usually pick one of the major shapes and start there.
In order to really use it right, you need to look at the relationships of where the lines cross your grid. And that'll give you the most accurate final drawing.
And the grid lines help because you can see where a line crosses at a certain point. You can decide whether does it cross the line at the halfway mark, or does it cross it at the 25% mark, or and then also looking at the negative and positive shapes gives you an idea on how thick the space is between the lines. At this point, you have all your proportions in the place you want. The composition is the way you liked it when you started. And now it's up to you to add the color in either acrylics or oils. In your creativity, you're on your own from here.